Hi folks, so we are going to watch a World Cup game, one of the decisive games between China Ice and Liechtenstein, and it's Lin against Alex. So this match has what, 2 games left, is it? And I think
Yeah, 2 I think, and it's 3-3 at the moment, if I'm not mistaken.
oof, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Tyrell Lion. It's been doing well, not undefeated, but it's won most games. Against Martell Wars. Martell decks have in general not been doing that well in this tournament.
How's been this specific one doing?
I have no clue. Are you going to find out for us, or?
Yeah, I'm looking, I just don't think they have all the games played by the same person for this deck.
Yeah, we saw Lyosha was playing one time against was it against Bing. Just had that magical
Yeah,
30 strength
so
attack at the end to win the game.
Alyosha won 3 and lost 1, and Alex won 1 against Burn, and lost another one against Stark. 3-2.
So overall not that bad, winning most also.
Pretty good.
So starts with Klitus, he's going to have initiative. Klitus also is protected. And on the other side, most things in shadows currently. So Queen of Thorns is exposed. You don't necessarily want to have her killed. So she needs to win a challenge to bring something in theory.
Yeah, but also I'm sure he has stuff like Clever Feint, or maybe he has a Iron Bank will have its due if there's a crisis. I don't know, something like that.
Alex going wide with Chuds. He could play this in a way to do all challenges that exist, and decks that play with limited board kind of struggle not to concede unopposed from that. So she's chosen the Intrigue, which is slightly more defendable with a bit of luck, but actually with 0 gold perhaps not, so Alex lets it go.
They're standing water gardens, but it's still on 0 also.
Yeah. Ooh, just goes for the big guns immediately.
Yeah, maybe plans to play first snow, I think that's in the deck. So first snow is not fun.
But as the trader will be in the death pile.
Yeah, I mean, I assume there's still something for one that can come out, maybe Boros, maybe Unexpected Guile or something. Because you also don't want to have unprotected Metal Flowers just here. So, sure he's gonna stand again?
So you can play Boros and Clever Feint in the same deck.
Yeah, that's the main thing that Boros does, I think.
Hmm.
He gets Clever Fainted right.
I think we see 3 challenges coming through, and okay, maybe if
Please?
Boros finds a defender so that you're just giving power away for renown, then maybe Alex will stop doing challenges. Actually, he can still.
Is the last card Guile? That would be quite lucky.
It's not. Or maybe he wants to use it on Robert Strong if Alex attacks military. He could do 2 challenges, but he's going to lose them both and win dominance from that. I don't think it's worth doing anything else here. I mean, he could bring Desert Raider back in, but it's kind of alright in the death pile, honestly. If he does military, which will be defended for sure, then he brings Desert Raider in and takes Knight of Flowers power icon in theory, but didn't seem worth it.
Yeah, and you can't take military, right?
No. It's good there when first now is played. Now with Boros in play, it's Boros loves first now, honestly. Doesn't need to come through shadows.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that great econ, but it's also not bad.
3+ Gates of the Moon from the other side.
Yeah, but I find that this shadow deck still needs a lot of gold. Yeah.
Okay, but that's been spent now, so after this, Alex can play the charts again. It's not like Alex's deck is this chart swarm that's just happened here, but he's going
Yeah, I
first, he
mean,
can have his...
Trader is not too bad card to have replay it.
just goes copper, so he's looking for more answers. He's not going to marshal probably Host of the Boneway or anything here.
He could.
Five gold plus Water Gardens plus King's Road plus 2 reducers that have nothing to do except reduce something else.
Yeah. Also another dupe.
I assume that the Shadow deck has March to the Wall.
Yeah, but I don't know how much the wall will be for him.
Yeah, but if it's just
Yes.
Clitus, then maybe.
He marches. He ends up marching Boros or something, I don't know. Have another one in hand.
Of course, that also means that Desert Trader cannot be in play. I think the reducers will be wasted here.
Oh, it can come from shadows.
I'm
Right.
guessing Windblown and Tattered Prince.
Maybe, I don't know. What's the Shadow Lord?
The Shadow Lord, Tristane.
Yeah. Interesting. I don't know if that's the type of deck that would have Tristain, I guess.
Doran also is a Shadow Lord potentially.
Yeah, but I don't think it has that on.
So Lynn marshals the Arbor, takes the tempo hit on first snow, so he's not looking to just do any damage that cannot be recovered. Or maybe...
Boros that can come through shadows.
But he is now set with Econ also, so this could be a really nice late game. So mystery solved. And they can win this if nothing else comes. And if Knight of Flowers defends with Guile or something, or if Boros comes in, then that's Desert Trader coming in. Why through shadows though? He can come from hand. Ooh. Guess he is potentially a Knight of Flowers trigger. Defense with just 6 though, so is there a Guile for Boros? Ooh, he has nothing. Okay, something went wrong here. He misclicked something, so that's not a clever tactic,
Yeah,
I think.
maybe just have a brain fart. It happens to me all the time where you just kind of miscalculate the strength or click pass too fast.
Yeah.
Oh, or maybe it's just lag. Maybe he doesn't want Desert Raider to come in.
But what's dying? Is Boros dying? What is the... Okay, so that guy that died could have defended, but then you're right, Desert Raider comes in. But what does it matter? I mean, Alex doesn't have any icons particularly to do any further challenges. It's
Yeah, I
going...
mean, it's hard to. I don't understand because then you could also just depend with one. Seemed like a weird choice, but okay. And the pass on the Desert Raider reaction, right? Until Queen of Thorns triggers. Mm-hmm. Oof. Okay.
Hmm.
That's not fun.
Yeah, now he kind of does it after that happened. If he was gonna pass before, he's certainly not gonna pass now. 9 cards in hand, but questionable what that is. We know 2 reducers and a Grimblood Trader are there. So Alex has bad resets, right, if I remember correctly. He doesn't play
What do
Morgulis.
you mean? Yeah, I mean, I don't think you have Morgulis in the
Hmm.
Martell Almis type deck.
Yeah, I think all the Wars decks kind of um, didn't include all the resets, which for me is in a Wars deck where you have additional space. First thing I think of is, okay, let's just do all the resets to have a solution for all kinds of situations. But I think he has, what does he have? The Harris, and does he have Wildfire?
He has the Wildfire, I don't know if he has the Harris. He has Wildfire and Duel.
Hmm. Which is playable at the moment, to be fair. It will kill Robert Strong and Neil Knight of Flowers. It's not the most amazing thing that can happen on the board. But it is true that probably there won't be a good chance to ever do anything with it. So goes Green Seer, which is a plot that I do not care for that much. I think it's kind of a trap. If you can't play it early on with that behest where you see what you're getting, then it's blind and you're kind of stuck with it. And mostly in the mid to late game, opponents will not have gold that's worth trading on their plots, but they could. It's basically just
I mean, also
copied the
early.
stats. That it does nothing here.
Yeah, but early, I think also if you play it into at the gates, I don't think it's like I don't think you can dismiss trading like the 7 for 5 reserve value because like if you play something like at the gates, you want to have that high reserve because you have a slower start.
Yeah, when we played it in 8 regions, it just came out and everyone was panicking about it. And about naval, behesting to naval against Martell, and you get unusual opening plots because if you know you're facing Martell, you can kind of try to do counters. And I remember we played it a couple of times into Time of Plenty. That took that 7 reserve that it has, but wasn't amazing. It was a good opening round, but wasn't amazing. March Clitus, just to keep the Desert Raider in circulation.
Yeah, also you can't really do Clitus anymore because all 3 are now gone and there's still gonna be more goodies played at some point, maybe, probably.
Okay, that works a little bit, but it means you can't attack into him either because he's still going to get renown on defense.
And he has all the econ there, right? Like King's Road can be used to reducers, so he can march something big still.
Hmm. Okay, so nothing that can win challenges really, but he is basically now guaranteed a 5 power Duran's game if he ever plays it, and Host of the Boneway will be pretty big when it comes in. But it is 6-0 and Old Town's now here, it won't
And
be
Old
stopped.
Town, yeah. Once he also has Undercity, that's gonna be just.
Okay, I have to deal with my food. I'll be
But
back in a
actually, I
minute.
think if he has Old Town, that he for sure doesn't have Clever Feint, right? I think those two are restricted.
What did I miss? Alex passing, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and to the Spears got hit.
Yeah. That's not that key, but if there's Host of the Boneway, I guess you would kind of like to Spears. Problem is Alex has spent coppers and 2 secret schemes are gone, so how's he going to get more cards?
By the way, I was gonna say before you left, can't have a Clever Feint with Old Town, so I guess
Hmm.
that's something. You don't
Up
have to
to
play
9.
around the Robert when he's on the board and stuff.
He might grab that milk in taxation also.
Probably. Alex can get Intimidate on Windblown eventually. So you can just trigger it.
There we are. Well, this is not Martell Hollow Hill, so you're not going to bring opponent from 10 down much. You can reset Knight of Flowers in theory, but it is a deck that will have to eventually find its own power gain. That's mostly in the form of the runs game.
Yeah, you can get a massive power swing, right?
Late Summer Fist.
Now arm your host coming, right?
16 gold on Late Summer Fist, so it's kind of almost a closing plot if you had more renown. And prize given away as well for the plot. But yeah, here comes the host.
Yeah, but I think Alex now has a lot of war plots to play, so I don't think that many priced as
Bet he was hoping to hit that Late Summer Fist with Green Seer.
Yeah. Actually, not that many still war plots. There's Duel and Forced March and Wildfire.
Okay, so another renowned body with the downside. So what did he take? Robert Strongback. Milcon Ricasa, it's not that damaging. Okay, Host of the Boundway goes down a bit. And the runs game still 4. Could do with more of those armies.
Does he also have then the one army that draws 3 cards when it comes in? Probably, right? I don't know.
He might.
Starfall Cavalry, right? Oh yeah, that's also. And Knights of the Sun, so maybe some of that.
He does have another Secret Schemes. Why did he not do that first though? It cost him a couple of cards, that Milcon Ricasa.
Two of the cards. I know you have some power swing, right? But you don't have that massive power swing of the standard, like, Doran deck, because you don't have the Viper, you don't have the Mass Renown. So you just have to play the Doran's games, right?
If you have 2 the Spears, maybe Knights of the Sun can get 2 renown potentially.
I mean, if it can win 2 challenges.
Yeah, it's not that easy. Plus Robert Strong, you know.
No, not that easy. Yeah, and you can get Bounty into Robert Strong still.
Oh, okay. Passes completely. Okay, can't attack with Knight of Flowers, and Meg is questionable whether he wants to. Alex could also consider passing if he doesn't want to give any power on defense, but then what's the dominance situation? Because if there's dominance in Old Town, that's not fun.
I mean, Old Town is blind at this moment, right? So I think it's better to delay it for 1 round. But there is a sword, so I don't know.
Lin is way ahead on dominance, so if you can push something through. And there is Intimidate on the Intrigue challenge.
Huh? Yeah, but then if Queen of Thorns wins, then that's not very good for you.
12 on defense at the moment.
And there's still one Boros around, right? Because on the first node he marshaled one in shadows, so I know there's a second one.
Hmm.
Right?
That's possible, yeah. I don't know though if Boros can win the intrigue on defense. He needs to bring in a 3 strength intrigue icon.
And I feel like
He's gonna try.
I don't have that. I think it's not that few that have it.
Oh, okay, strength boost he brings. Doesn't go on anyone, does it though? He boosts Tyrells.
Was
So,
there Knight of Flowers or on
oh, Queen of Thorns he can boost, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking short term, right? If you wanna win this on defense.
Also, maybe like Alex could have Princess Plan, right? I'm pretty sure he would have that.
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't necessarily want to. I mean, he didn't even bestow enough to win. He can get to 15 here, I think, at the moment.
And maybe you want to at least try to defend against Doran's game.
That's a plan, and defend maybe against intimidating something that could potentially stop easy power challenge. I think that's should be easy enough to do for Tyrell here. But yeah, I mean 7 cards in hand, standing water gardens, so
Yeah,
there
but
will be stuff. Okay, so he goes for Robert Stronggold here.
to say he does have oh, okay.
Skill William Loan.
He does have only one Princess Plan in the deck.
Okay. So at the moment he's winning on defense by 1. Alex can bring Desert Trader into play from that. He also gets Late Summer Feast Gold, takes a power icon. That's probably what's gonna happen. Is Desert Trader in the death pile, by the way? Yeah, it is, of course.
Yes. Can you win power? I guess you can.
Yeah, with everyone you could. You take 1 power away. Not amazing. Okay, I'll be back in a minute again. Have to check on my food. Are we still going? What happened at the end of the previous round?
Nothing much.
Death Rider did not come in.
No. I don't think so.
Well, then the comeback has to start here, but it's into an econ plot again, so Alex goes second on purpose, even though he has Intimidate. But 3 on 3 will now be without the threat of Boros, I think. Kind of has to kill off anything that's going to be dueled next round, I think. Doesn't want that. So yeah, that's quite sensible.
Yeah, I mean, it's not looking that good, but if you have now this 3 on 3 situation, there's better chances to come back, I think.
Well, he played the econ plot. That could be because he has stuff to marshal, or it could be simply because he... Ooh, no, he's digging for stuff. That's not good. I was gonna say could be because he is... he doesn't want to play whatever plots he has left.
I mean, he has left the Harris and Margulis, so
Yeah,
possibly doesn't
not
want
good.
to do that. Yeah, no.
That's in Alex's favor now, and there is still 22 minutes. That's plenty of time. But yeah, 12 and even passing threatens to win dominance. Old Elite Gold left. Old Town misses once, but it's going to hit next time unless there's a shuffle. Now there's at least a threat of Osmond bringing something in. I don't know how realistic it is that there's something, because he triggered the blind. Old Town looking for characters. It's discarded whatever he brings, so
Yeah, I didn't make that up, right? He does have Margulis and the Harris both, right?
I don't know. I did not look at the decks beforehand. He invested a lot into Robert Strong coming in last round, though. Playing into that wildfire with so many things on the board. He marshaled Meg the Mighty, but then wouldn't attack with him to threaten more renown. Bag him rather. So Alex also honestly doesn't look like he has much. Hmm.
I mean, the Harris probably kinda in Alex's favor with Margulis. I don't know. Depends what's in hand, I guess.
I mean, it will leave Lin with 0 claim for 1 round, and let's assume that he has playable stuff in hand. He kind of has card advantage. It's a weak card advantage with Old Town there and 5 to 3 at the moment. Can't do anything. He could push power, but it's 0 claim, so it's pointless. He's going to have to reveal those plots now. Alex could do with a Duran's game here. Has to start somewhere. He can only really do intrigue where he's not going to risk any renown on defense. And he can't play super slowly, that's the thing as well. At the moment there's plenty of time. But that's assuming he has a Duran's game to be played. Otherwise it's going to be what, 13 or 14-0 and 19 minutes to come back. Is there also a pointy end?
No, I don't think so. I think I read all the wall plots that are still. He has still Forced March and Duel of wall plots, then has City of Spiders and City Festival. Or did he play one of those? No.
Well, there's 8 on defense now. If he has any way of defending with 9, he might consider it. Otherwise it's not worth his time probably. It's just something that's gonna happen. Just focus on not losing power challenges. Or card in shadows and knights in hand potentially. Does he play green apple knights? Because those are pretty big.
Yeah, but there's a Bag Brother that's gonna cancel, presumably this guy.
And he has limit. What limit per phase? Yeah. Okay. He's going to eat the Duran's game. That it is what it is. Still gonna win dominance even against intimidate potentially.
Could he push power?
I mean, it's risky, right? You can intimidate Knight of Flowers, cancel his stand, and just try to win power with that 7 that you have.
I mean, maybe, because also, if you know that your opponent has 2 resets left, maybe you want to kind of bait them into bringing stuff out of shadows, if it's a character.
Yeah, but if you win power on defense and dominance, then Old Town will call bounty and it's game.
Yeah, but still, you still have cancel, right?
Nightmares. Could have been played on Begging Brother potentially. Well, does he try?
If there's another knight for Begging Brother, I guess that would kind of be.
He does try. Okay, so if there's counterplay, this is game, but
But it would need to be some very specific counterplay.
yeah, it's unlikely. So okay. Defends with 3. So Alex has got up to 7 now. It's going to be 13-7.
Yeah. 13-6 again after Morgulis.
Ooh, Mendon Dup.
Could you not bring this out in challenges to at least try to stand Knight of Flowers? I mean, would have cancelled, but still. It's not.
Could have also played Doharis with Mendon still available in shadows, but I guess that's not destructive enough for Alex's board. Well, I don't know. We have one non-character card in hand for Lin and 2 mystery cards, and on the other side we have complete mysteries, right? So, but if you played Nightmares on Begging Brother, I don't know. Guess maybe he didn't want to lose other cards from hand, which could be characters, because if Nightmares was played, then Alex would just pass and not do the challenge anyway.
Alex could try forced march, maybe. You don't want to give prize also, so.
He is close though, so he's what, down to 6 you said, which means 11 with the runs game, needs a little bit more. Some unopposed power claim. Okay, City of Spiders. Now what does that do for both players? First of all, what's even going to be initiated? He could trigger it to bring to trigger Manning. Is that on?
Yeah.
Not really. What does Manning do?
Puts
Non-unique.
army player.
So nothing. That's from hand, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Just looking at the discard pile because he can also just pay for stuff. He has some econ. I was thinking he might do a different plot, but okay. Army comes in and 9 gold still.
I don't think there's a different plot.
Did he not have any other plots? No, he didn't actually.
Publicity Festival, which I forget what that is. The spears could also be good at the moment. Has so many cards drawn.
Yeah, but what he needs is a power icon.
Yeah, because also if Old Town triggers and he's giving prize on this plot, so that's still just a loss.
Marshall's more econ with water gardens. That's so not a good sign.
No, Doran's game. It's gonna be the hardest next round, I guess. Stand for Night of Flowers as well.
I don't think Alex can do it.
Seems hard.
His problem is that he cannot fail to win a power challenge, right? Because Lean will get one from Old Town and one from Prized before Alex can do anything again.
Old Town is right now not guaranteed, right? But it's dangerous.
Yeah. Plus he has to calculate to not lose dominance. Okay, he's just going with Intimidate, which is fair enough.
Also no stand event to the spears.
And if he brings in there's a trader, he has to keep it.
Yeah, if he loses one challenge tonight, the flowers even, it's just over because of the renown, right?
Having said all that, there is potentially military claim, which is not the most fun thing long term if game's still going and if Mandon dies here. Then Lin is without the board in the late game. No the second runs game played yet, so we have 9 minutes left. Whatever is in shadows, you have to push power challenge past it. If it's Guile...
If you get one post challenge with renown back, you still lose.
Yeah, still lose, yeah. What's the dominance situation? So at the moment it's only 6. So Alex has more. But if that's a guile coming in, standing Knight of Flowers, then you just pass with him.
You have to do Tetra Prince and the castle.
Everyone, not even leaving a defender.
But then you got unopposed and renowned back.
Okay. Is there something in shadows? If there's not, you win dominance, you take Old Town blind, and you win with Priced, I think.
I mean, you have to hit with Old Town blind.
You have to hit with Old Town, which is, let's say, 50-50 if you just say character, right? Okay, he's going to try that. He's not bringing whatever is in shadows out of shadows. I guess, I mean, Knight of Flowers has Secret Pact still, so it's not like he can attack back, right?
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But it could have been a character with a... I don't know. I guess Alex has checked the deck and knows what it could have been. Could be something that's dead, even, in theory. Just put it there as a bluff.
Yeah.
But still has an Old Town trigger to win the game. Which Alex cannot stop, from what I can see. Alex can go first and Doran's game wins the game.
Yeah, if Old Town misses, but
Yeah.
if you draw the Undercity in the meantime, which honestly feels like you probably should at this point. But also didn't have that much draw for the whole game or anything other than Old Town. So.
Okay, Alex just going second here. He knows the game, right? He knows what's going to happen. There's going to be an Old Town trigger, and if it can hit, it's just over. And if it doesn't hit, then I think he has chances to stop whatever Lin's doing and see a strike back. Because he, from 9 to 15, could be difficult to get there. Fair trade. Ah, there you go. He's going to call event.
Yeah. Hold on, such an annoying guy.
Got a few power, but yeah. That was a pretty good game. Thought maybe it was a bit too slow for Alex. When it was 12 power, it was a bit too close to victory with Old Town still there and with non-war plots. If it was 10 power, I mean, suddenly stuff is dead and you can't push a challenge through, then we're talking, right? But yeah, it's a bit too close. So you're saying that China has won their 4th game here and Liechtenstein needs to win the last one to force the decider?
Yeah, I think so. And I think the last one is the one that was like started to be played twice already.
Ah, yes, the Burn versus the Knights of Uniting.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah. Apparently they had the first game. Jing was doing well. Alex said he had still 3 burn events in hand though, so he didn't concede when the game crashed.
I mean, of course.
Second game, Alex was looking pretty good, honestly, but crashed again. So fair enough. We're going to play the decider, and whatever happens, happens. Okay, so
Again.
yeah, maybe. We'll see when that's being played, if we can record it or not.
10 minutes.
Okay, I have my lunch, so questionable, but if we can, we will. So thank you for watching this one and see you next time.
Bye bye.